Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today we're taking the LR AGL full power Frieza into the legendary Goku event. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this a lot. He should be absolutely demolishing the Goku event. Because again, not only does he have that attack and defense plus 100% in his passive immediately, and then that attack and defense plus 100% again for the first 6 turns. Yes, he does lose it after that, and then from the 7th turn onwards, he only has attack plus 50% from that. But then he's also getting a bonus attack plus 50%, and there's a super class enemy, which of course Goku is. And he's also guaranteed to crit Goku every single time he attacks him, because of course we're facing a Goku enemy non-stop. So I'm expecting big things. I'm expecting big things from this LR Frieza right now. I'm expecting big things. This should be an absolute walk in the park for him. It should just simply be a walk in the park for him. Of course, on a super attack, I want to be trying to get a balance off, but you know, of course, the main thing is we need to be attacked to get the guaranteed additional off, or have him in the second slot, or even the third slot. Is it the third slot? Yeah, second or third attacker in the turn to get a good chance to get the additional off. Now you're probably thinking, well, you could run the third form Frieza and the easy A Frieza with him. That's not how these go. We have to do separate videos on them. So eventually we will. Unfortunately, right now we can't. We're running Buhan as well, which I'm a fan of. I'm a big fan of. I think I'm gonna get this Frieza on rotation with the other one, just because he's actually, to be fair, I could float him. He's actually a good support. He's a really good support. What is it? Is it Q plus 2 attack and defense plus 20%? I want to say. Yeah, it is. And also there's a Goku family category enemy, so he's got damage reduction, he's got guard. So he's going to be completely fine. We've got Buhan as well, which I'm looking forward to using again because we have dupes in him now. And he's just such a good unit for this. Such a good unit for this event. But of course, with Frieza raising defense on Ultra Super Attack and getting his Ultra Super Attack off is actually really easy, especially when you have, you know, essentially Frieza-based allies on your team. That means we're going to be raising his defense a hell of a lot, which I kind of want. I know Goku, I kind of wanted to build his attack up more. That's of course full power state for Goku. He was going to have type advantage. So, you know, him getting his defense up to, I think, where did we get, like 650k wasn't necessarily needed because he was going to be fine regardless. Like, obviously, I did want to build it up a bit, but to that extreme, at that point, I think we're taking double-digit supers, like 77 damage. So it was basically tickling us. But I do... Actually, I'm gonna put you up front, because that way we can actually get a super attack off with you and then get some more defense. But with Frieza, I do want to be getting his Ultra Super attack off as much as possible, for the sole fact that he raises defense on Ultra Super, where of course Goku raises his attack on Ultra Super. Especially because, even though we are facing a Goku enemy and a super class enemy, which Frieza will be doing ridiculous damage non-stop throughout this entire event, and he's going to be critting, which means when we do get to full power straight for Goku, he will be doing quite a bit more damage than other units, of course. I want to keep Buhan on rotation. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to keep him on rotation, but I don't think that's smart. I'm gonna do it anyway. We can't get Frieza's Ultra Super attack off in the first place. Buhan gives himself key. We can't get Frieza an Ultra Super attack off. But yeah, with Frieza being able to crit, it's actually very helpful by the time we get to the end with full power state for Goku having that type disadvantage, because it means he's still gonna do. Especially if we're raising his attack as well, if we're not getting Ultra Super attacks off, it does mean he's going to be able to deal ridiculous amounts of damage even with the type advantage, which is great. You know, that is also something. But I want to be getting the Ultra Super attack off with Frieza a hell of a lot more than we did with Goku, for the sole fact that I want to build that defense up. Probably near and I where Goku's defense was when we took him into Legendary Goku event yesterday, or the day before I think it was instead. Because we're going to have type advantage by then. So yeah, I want to be getting like 650k defense, maybe even a little bit more, to kind of not nullify but counteract, you know, that type disadvantage we're going to have against Goku. Otherwise, we could be taking some pretty big numbers off him, but we should be good. For the most part, we're going to be able to get his Ultra Super attack off every single time he comes back. Just for the sole fact, as I said, most of the units on the team are Frieza units, which means he's linking incredibly well to them, you know, with typical shared links with Frieza units like, you know, we got Prodigy's Universe Most Malevolent. Some of them I think have Nightmare, Strongest Kind in Space. A lot of them have big bad bosses, Fierce Battle, you know, so we should be good at all times for the most part, especially the friend Frieza being on rotation. That's a lot of the time when we got Frieza on rotation with him. We're getting his Ultra Super Attack off. As I said, I kind of want to keep Buuhan on rotation, I'm not going to lie. Because I like him. I like using him a lot. Now that we have a dupe, it makes me want to use him even more. I can't get Frieza Super Attack off, but he will get an additional, which means he will get increased. He will get to Super Attack twice, or the potential ability to Super Attack twice, which means he'll be raising his attack even more, which I'm definitely okay with. Of course, in a few turns, we will lose that attack and defense plus 100%, which is why, again, I want to be getting his Ultra Super Attack off as much as possible to get his defense, like, up there. And of course, that will be replaced with, from the 7th turn onwards, just attack plus 50%. But so far, so good. As I said, Frieza should be absolutely decimating this event, because that's all you're going to see. Every time he attacks, which, I mean, you're guaranteed to super attack anyway because of the key links, or the links in general give him enough ki. But every time, we lose a lot of links doing that, I'm not going to lie. I don't know who. No, I'm gonna keep the int one on rotation. Having a permanent support with Frieza means he's gonna do even more damage on top of the damage he's already gonna be doing. Actually, no, because in my head, I could have him as a floater instead, because then the one that's on the rotation with the Buuhan means he's going to be getting more ki, and so does Buuhan, which kind of helps get the Ultra Super Attack off to raise Frieza's defense. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I went into this, I'm not sure, I wasn't sure what rotations I wanted to run. Because for the most part, you kind of run whatever rotations you kind of want to. Frieza should have a field day here. The only thing is these two worry me at the end, so I'm actually going to pop a Whis. Because there's two Fizz units. Frieza's going to get attacked immediately, which is great. We're also going to get a Dokkan attack off, which means Frieza is going to be doing a lot of damage. A lot of damage. I'm pretty sure, because this is considered essentially Goku Great Ape. So this is still considered a Goku unit, which means we're still going to be critting. To be fair, the friend Frieza does actually have a dupe in. I know this isn't this one, but the friend Frieza does have a dupe in. I didn't check where he put the dupes, but hopefully that means we're going to be getting more additionals, which means more attacks. We have type advantage here. We've got a Dokkan attack. He's going to crit. How much damage we get? Do you think we could one-shot him? Could we one-shot him? Is that a possibility? 6.2 million crit, and of course the additional, which is going to be a crit. So you're probably looking at anywhere between 9 to 10 million damage in total here. 2.4. I mean, I wasn't far off. I wasn't far off. Frieza pretty much almost one-shotted the entire Great Ape stage by himself. Now I'm glad I popped that Whis. I'm very glad I popped that Whis. Because that's a big load of damage. 290k, I'm pretty sure that was. Yep, we're fine. Yeah, I'm gonna run that Frieza on rotation just because getting that extra ki +2 on the other rotation as well is going to be very handy. Although when we come back at the end, by the time we get to SJ4 Goku, no, sorry, full power SJ4 Goku, I might put him on rotation because not only does he have damage reduction and the guard, he's also going to have type advantage, which means literally Goku is literally just going to be tickling that Frieza. That Frieza is so good for Legendary Goku event. And he's going to be a huge reason why that one of the big reasons why we should be able to complete Space Traveling Warriors. As I said in yesterday's video, there's a big chance that we can do Space Traveling Warriors now without Bojack. As I said, I saw a bit of that Masked Ningen vid that he did after the same name update. And then not only that, you got this new Frieza, you got the Easy A Frieza. Actually, I think I don't think the Easy A Frieza is actually on Space Traveling Warriors. I know this, the LR Frieza is. And then not only that, the who am I looking for? The Int third form Frieza is also on the on Space Traveling Warriors as well, which I reckon he'll do well with him. Well, he'll do well on Legendary Goku event in general, and of course he'll do well with this Frieza. So yeah, Space Traveling Warriors should actually really be doable now, like even more doable. Not only with the same name update, but also with the addition of these two new Frieza units from the Worldwide Celebration. So yeah, we should be able to do it without Bojack. I mean, Master Ningen, I didn't watch all the video, but because he uploaded it, I'm guessing he done it without Bojack anyway. But now it should be even easier, especially with that Int EZA Frieza who practically takes almost no damage in this event. You've also got the EZA AGL Cooler who stacks his defense infinitely on Super. You also have the Tech Cooler who stacks his defense infinitely on Super as well. We should be good. We should be good. Buhan has typed this type advantage here, so we're good there. We're perfectly fine here. Frieza's doing extra damage because we're facing a super class enemy, and he's also in the third attacking spot. The only annoying thing is he takes a little bit too much damage for my liking. So where's the Friends defense here? The Friends defense is currently on 292k. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna heal to be safe. Let us be safe than sorry. Do this. Give Frieza that. Of course, that Angel Frieza is also building up his defense on Super as well, which we want. He probably hasn't built up too much. This is going to do such good damage, and he's going to get an additional because he got attacked beforehand anyway. 2.6 million crit additional, which means he's now going to raise his attack as well. I mean, it doesn't matter. I really wish I had dupes in these units. Getting additionals off like that much means you're just going to build up everything so quickly. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not surprised that, I think it was yesterday, I think I was grinding link levels and I saw a Goku friend that was fully rainbowed. I saw a couple, to be fair. It doesn't surprise me that people try to get, or were going for dupes on these units. Yeah, my Frieza's only on 123k defense, but he is over 1 million attacks out, which is good. So I'm going to leave Buhan here because he has the type advantage. We are going to get the Ultra Super attack off as well, but because the Frieza is also attacking in the second slot, we have a chance at launching an additional attack, which is great. Not guaranteed, like if he is attacked, if we put him up front, but he does have the chance, which is, it's enough. It's enough. Buhan getting an additional, which is nice. Such a good unit, such a good unit. He's such a clutch unit, especially for, if you haven't done power absorption yet, and you have this Boo-Tanks, you need to do it, man. This guy is actually him and the EZA Super 17 is literally, they're the MVPs of power absorption while doing the Legendary Goku event. They are so good at taking on the Legendary Goku event for power absorption. If you haven't done that yet, definitely do it, especially if you've got Boo-Tanks, especially because he come back on the Worldwide Celebration. Such a good unit. Such a good unit. So we're on turn 12, which I didn't even notice. So we've lost the attack and defense plus 100% at this point, which is why I wanted to keep raising the defense. Ours, we haven't really raised the defense off too much. But this one, we're in a decent spot when it comes to building up this one's defense. We're currently up to 298k. I would like it to be a bit more, but you know, it's not completely our fault. There was one thing I have noticed, which is a kind of like a very small minor con when it comes to this Frieza, and it's essentially because of how good he is for this event, because he does so much damage to Goku and because he's always critting. And that's because since he's always doing damage like this and critting Goku, if you're trying to build his defense up, and also even other units around him, like for example, if you're going to be using that free-to-play EZA Cooler, the Tech one, even the Angel Fizz one, trying to build up his defense, it's a little bit more difficult because you're kind of going through the phases a lot quicker than if you're trying to prolong it. And even if you try to prolong it, you kind of can't, because this Frieza's doing so much damage. It's a bit of a catch-22. It's a double-edged sword, but what can you do? This is where I'm a little bit worried. Like, just a little bit. Because Frieza now has type disadvantage, which is huge. Which is why I kind of wanted his defense to be a bit higher at this point. So I don't know if we need to pop. I don't know if I need to pop an item here. We have full health. The Angel Frieza's on 123k defense. I don't know if we need to be popping an item here. I think I'm gonna wing it. I think. Once I let go, it's done. There's no more thinking. We're winging it. We're gonna go no item. We have full health. I feel like we should. Jesus. 130k basic attack. Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice. That's the one good thing about Frieza constantly critting Goku type or Goku enemies. It means he's even with type disadvantage, he's still going to be doing big damage because he's always going to be critting at all times. That was a lot of damage. I need to hope we don't get super attacked, otherwise this is done. Please don't super attack me, please. You haven't super attacked me yet. There's one attack left. Do not do that thing where you super attack me at the very end when there's one attack. Please, just don't do it. Please. Okay, we're good. Just about. Only annoying thing is now that Frieza, the golden Frieza doesn't have his damage reduction. It's fine because we'll rotate him off right now. Yeah, we're gonna rotate the EZA golden Frieza off, which means we don't have to worry about him not having his damage reduction. This Frieza's more than fine. We have the majority of this Frieza's links off. Does he lose any if we move him? No, he doesn't. How much defense is he on? He's currently on 362k. That's still not where I want it because we have type disadvantage, but there's not really much else I can do. We currently have type, what is it? Not type. We currently have, damage reduction from Snake. I'm not sure where I want to put him. I think that there's just about the same amount as attacks, but I don't know where I want to put him. We're gonna leave him in the second slot, because at least if we leave him in the second slot, the main benefit is he will get his ultra super attack off first, which means he'll build up his defense a bit more. We're getting super attacks on this Frieza anyway, so we're actually good, but it still means we're gonna be able to build up his defense before he gets attacked, which is good. And we've also got damage reduction because of the Snake, which is great. Love this Frieza so much. Like, it's such a good free-to-play unit. Such a good free-to-play unit for the likes of like Legendary Goku. 5.2 million attack stat. He's gonna crit here. They're probably looking at again like a 2 milli plus crit. Is he gonna get the additional? He does get the additional, which means he's raised his attack even more as well. Oh, I'd love to have dupes in the Goku and Frieza. I really would. I'd love to have dupes in them. Oh, another additional. That means even more attack. Oh, this is why I would love to have dupes. Like, I would love to, and also in the side banner third form Frieza unit, because like, oh, the fact he's got additionals built into his passive, the same way like his Vegito Blue does, and if you had additionals as well. You know, because as I said before, as I said in that video while using him for the first time, you know, you'll be giving him crits, and of course along the lines where you're taking additionals because you can't take crits on those like nodes if you were in the hidden potential system. It just means they're going to be doing ridiculous amounts of like extra super attacks, which is mad. But this is where I'm a tiny bit worried, because our Frieza hasn't been built up anywhere near enough. Bootanks is kind of okay. He's almost dead. We have one Whis left. One. I feel like we pop it. I feel like we pop it. Because Frieza has to go in the middle. Because that way we can build his defense up a little bit before he is attacked. And not to mention Bootanks has more defense, which means he can bulk up a bit more. Well, not bulk up a bit more, but you know, take more of the bulk because he is bulked up a bit more. feel like we should be able to do enough damage between this turn, especially with both LR full power Frieza's critting, between this turn and next turn to be able to kill Goku, or enough damage where he wasn't supposed to do that. He wasn't supposed to do that. Oh, this is not looking good. I mean, we're gonna still have the Whis active until next turn, but he wasn't supposed to do that. He wasn't supposed to dodge Frieza's super attack. Oh, he's completely ruining the plan I had set up. We are gonna get this off, which means of course we're gonna play this. We haven't done it yet. So we're gonna pop his active. I'm gonna shut up, and you're gonna enjoy. Simple as that, isn't it? Simple as that.
I'm the strongest in the universe! And that is why, you horrible... You must die by my hand!
I mean, well, what do you know? What do you know? I mean, I knew he was going to crit on it anyway, but I didn't think he'll be able to kill Goku with that. 6.3 million crit if it's active, and we even got the KO screen. It was worth. It was worth. It was worth. One thing I will say immediately, this Frieza is this. The Legendary Goku event is Frieza's kind of play area. The only one downside, and as I said earlier in the video, is such a catch-22. It's such a double-edged sword. The fact that he constantly does so much damage to Goku because he's always critting him, he always has that extra 50% attack against superclass enemies, means you're flying through the phases a bit too quickly to build up his defense enough. Specifically him, it does also affect other units as well, don't get me wrong, which is probably going to be one of the annoying things when doing Space Traveling Warriors without Bojack with those cooler units, but also for him specifically, because you're flying through the phases so much because he's constantly doing extra damage because of the superclass enemy, constantly critting because you're always facing a Goku enemy, you know, Legendary Goku event. The annoying thing is, and the double-edged sword and the catch-22 is, because you're going through so quickly, you are getting his ultra super attack off, building up his defense off, but you can't prolong it and stall to build it up enough for him to have enough defense for where you're safe against the likes of full power straight for Goku when you have had this advantage. But Goku is fine. I think if Goku, for example, was an AGL type, it'll be fine because you wouldn't be doing anywhere as near as enough damage, which means you could build up a lot more. We did actually end up building up a lot more because we didn't get his old super attack off a lot, but he also had type advantage as well. If Goku was AGL, for example, he would be a lot better in this situation because he wouldn't be flying through it so much. So it's such a catch-22. He's great for it because he does so much damage, but you can't build up his defense enough before you get full power straight for Goku, where you're kind of safe, which is kind of, as I said, it's the catch-22, but he still works really, really well here, and I can't wait to use him with like the third form Frieza, the easy A-Tech Frieza. We still need to try those in there. I'm going to try them all with him. So yeah, let me know what you think about the LR full power, or the LR AGL full power Frieza down in the comments. Let me know if you've tried him in the likes of Legendary Goku event, Legendary GT Goku event, SBR, ESBR. Let me know how he does there and how you find him. I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.